My beloved child, before you continue with your day, stay with me for just a little longer. Do not scroll away. Do not let these words become another message you forget. Because before this day comes to an end, something will happen that will make you look back and finally understand why I asked you to wait. Right now, you only see the delay. But I see the destination. And today, I want to show you what your eyes have been unable to see. You have asked me the same question many times. Lord, why is everything taking so long? You watched others receive blessings while you continued praying. You watched doors open for people around you while yours remained closed. Some nights you smiled in front of everyone, but when you were alone, you wondered if I had forgotten your name. I heard every silent prayer. I counted every tear. Not one moment of your waiting has been wasted. My child, there is something you do not know. While you believed nothing was happening, I was protecting you from paths that would have broken your heart. There were conversations you never heard. Decisions made behind closed doors. Moments that could have changed your life for the worse. But my hand quietly moved them away from you before they ever reached your door. You called it disappointment. I called it protection. You called it rejection. I called it redirection. You called it delay. I called it preparation. The story you wanted was never greater than the story I had already written. And now, the pages are beginning to turn. The person who overlooked you is beginning to realize your value. The opportunity that seemed impossible is moving closer than you think. The prayer you whispered months ago has not been forgotten in heaven. It has simply been growing beneath the surface, like a seed preparing to break through the ground. Seeds do not become trees overnight. Neither do miracles. Every promise has its season. Every blessing has its appointed time. Do not compare your journey with anyone else's. I am writing a story that only I can see from beginning to end. So today, choose trust instead of fear. Choose faith instead of doubt. Choose peace instead of anxiety. Because I have already gone before you. I am opening doors that no one can shut. I am closing doors that no one should open. Even when you cannot see me working, I am still working. Even when you cannot hear my voice, I am still speaking. Even when your heart feels tired, my love for you has never changed. Stay close to me today. Do not let worry steal your joy. Do not let fear silence your faith. Because before you realize it, you will look back and say, "Now I understand why God made me wait." My beloved child, there is another truth I want you to hear before this moment passes. The waiting has changed you more than you realize. Months ago, you prayed for me to change your circumstances. Instead, I first began changing your heart. Because if I had given you everything you asked for before you were ready, the blessing itself could have become a burden. You have become stronger in places where no one can see. You have learned to keep believing when there was no evidence. You have learned to keep loving when others walked away. You have learned to stand when everything around you seemed uncertain. That quiet growth is not invisible to me. Heaven celebrates every step of obedience that the world overlooks. There were mornings when you almost gave up praying. There were nights when you wondered whether your words reached heaven at all. But every prayer rose before me. Not one was lost. Not one was ignored. Some prayers were answered immediately. Others were answered with "not yet," because I was protecting a future you could not yet imagine. Listen carefully, my child, because this is important. Soon you will meet someone who knows nothing about the battles you have already won. They will see your smile, but they will not know the tears that taught you compassion. They will admire your strength, but they will not know the lonely nights that built your faith. They will benefit from the work I have already done inside you. Never believe your pain had no purpose. I can turn every disappointment into wisdom. I can turn every tear into compassion. I can turn every closed door into the beginning of a better path. The enemy wanted your waiting to make you bitter. I used your waiting to make you wiser. The enemy wanted your silence to become despair. I used your silence to teach you how to hear my voice more clearly. So do not be afraid of what tomorrow holds. I am already there. I have already prepared the strength you will need. I have already placed people along your path who will encourage you at the right moment. And I have already made a way through situations that seem impossible today. One day you will tell your story to someone who is losing hope. They will ask how you survived the hardest season of your life. And you will not only tell them about the blessing you received. You will tell them about the God who never left your side while you were waiting. That testimony is being written right now. Do not quit before the next chapter begins. Because the page you are standing on is not the end of your story. It is the place where your miracle quietly begins. My beloved child, as you continue listening, I want you to remember something that fear keeps trying to make you forget. I have never abandoned a single promise I have spoken. Human beings may break their word. Circumstances may change overnight. People may walk away without explanation. But my faithfulness does not rise and fall with the opinions of this world. I remain the same yesterday, today, and forever. There is something already moving that you cannot see. At this very moment, I am aligning conversations that have not yet happened. I am opening hearts that once seemed closed. I am placing thoughts into the minds of people who will soon become part of your testimony. You think everything depends on your effort. But there are doors that only my hand can open. Stop carrying the weight of tomorrow on your shoulders. You were never created to control every outcome. You were created to trust the one who already knows the outcome. Lay your worries before me. Lay your unanswered questions before me. Lay your broken dreams before me. I am able to restore what time has taken. I am able to rebuild what disappointment has destroyed. I am able to bring peace where confusion has ruled for far too long. My child, the chapter ahead will require courage, not because I will leave you, but because I will lead you into places you have never been before. Some opportunities will seem too great. Some blessings will arrive faster than you expected. When they do, do not say, "I was lucky." Remember every prayer. Remember every tear. Remember every quiet moment when you chose to trust me anyway. That is where this new chapter truly began. So keep walking. Keep praying. Keep believing. Even if today looks ordinary, heaven is preparing extraordinary things behind the scenes. Soon, what is hidden will be revealed. What has been delayed will begin to move. What seemed impossible will become part of your testimony. And when that day comes, you will not be able to take the credit. You will simply smile, lift your eyes toward heaven, and say, "Lord, you were working all along, even when I couldn't see it." My beloved child, before this message comes to an end, there is one final truth I want to place deep within your heart. The breakthrough you have been praying for will not arrive by accident. It will arrive at the exact moment my perfect timing meets your growing faith. Do not mistake my patience for silence. Every day you have waited has been shaping a future that is stronger than you imagined. There will soon come a day that feels completely ordinary. You will wake up as you always do. You will begin your routine without expecting anything unusual. But while you are simply living your day, I will begin answering prayers you thought had been forgotten. A phone call will arrive. A conversation will take an unexpected turn. A door that seemed permanently closed will suddenly begin to open. You will look back and realize that I had been arranging every detail long before you noticed the first sign. Do not stop believing now. The darkest hour often comes just before the sunrise. The greatest temptation is to quit one step before the finish line. Do not let discouragement steal what faith has been building. I have carried you through storms you never thought you would survive. I did not bring you this far to leave you halfway. Your future is still in my hands. Your purpose is still alive. Your story is still being written. When fear whispers, "It's over," let my voice remind you, I am only getting started. Walk into this day with confidence. Not because life will always be easy, but because you never walk alone. My presence goes before you. My peace surrounds you. My love remains with you in every season. And when your miracle finally stands before your eyes, you will remember this moment. You will remember that I asked you to trust me before you could see the outcome. You will remember that hope was never wasted. You will remember that every delay carried a purpose. So lift your head, my child. Your story is not ending. It is entering a chapter filled with my grace, my favor, and my perfect plan. Stay close to me. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Because what I have prepared for you is greater than anything fear has tried to steal. I am with you today. I will be with you tomorrow. And I will never leave your side. If you believe God is guiding your steps, write, Amen. I trust you, Lord. And if this message encouraged your heart, like, share, and subscribe so someone else can receive this reminder today. My beloved child, if you remember only one thing from this message, let it be this. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where my grace can still reach you. There will come a day when you stop asking, Lord, why did I have to wait so long? Instead, you will whisper through grateful tears, Lord, if you had answered me any sooner, I would have missed the life you were preparing for me. That day is closer than you think. Until then, keep your heart soft. Keep your hands open. Keep your eyes on me. Do not allow temporary disappointment to make you doubt an eternal promise. I have walked with you through every valley. I have stood beside you in every silent battle. I have heard every prayer that no one else knew you prayed. And I have never stopped working on your behalf. So tonight, release your fears into my hands. Release your future into my hands. Release every unanswered question into my hands. Rest, my child. You do not have to carry tomorrow alone. I already stand in your tomorrow. Before your next blessing arrives. Before your next breakthrough appears. before the next chapter of your story begins. Remember this simple truth. I am still God. I am still faithful. I am still making a way where you cannot yet see one. And very soon, what feels impossible today will become the testimony you share tomorrow, not because of your strength, but because of my unfailing love and my perfect timing. Now go forward with peace. Walk with courage. Love without fear. Pray without doubting. Hope without giving up. Because I am holding your hand, even when you cannot feel mine. I love you. I am with you. And I will never leave you. If this message spoke to your heart, type Amen red heart I trust God's perfect timing in the comments. Like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss the messages I place on your heart. May my peace guard your heart, my wisdom guide your steps, and my love surround you today and always. Amen. Red Heart.